And our next guest in the Meet the Candidate series is Floyd Bayne. He is the independent running in Virginia's 7th Congressional District. Bayne, of course, hoping to topple the longtime incumbent Eric Cantor. Floyd, thank you for being here.
Brian, thanks. Good to be here.
Now, would you describe yourself as a Tea Party candidate?
Absolutely. I believe very strongly in the principles of the Tea Party.
And why is it that Eric Cantor is not the right candidate for the Tea Party?
Well, if you believe in limited government, and if you believe that the Constitution specifically spells out what the federal government is responsible for, then Eric Cantor's voting record is replete with examples of growing the federal government and deficit spending and just spending us into the mess we're in now. They want us to think it's all Obama's fault and forget what they did 8 years under Bush. But the fact is, both the Republicans and the Democrats have helped put us into this mess.
So do you not consider yourself a Republican at all?
No, I used to vote Republican quite a bit, but frankly, in the last few years, I haven't seen where there's much of a difference between the two parties, and I'm just tired of wasting my vote on Republicans.
So realistically, what is your goal for this campaign?
My goal is to win.
How can you do that, though, realistically?
Well,
I mean, Eric Cantor's got over $5 million. Even your Democratic opponent has over $80,000. How can you compete with that?
Word of mouth. We're getting the word out. We're getting more traction in the news all the time. More people are finding out about me, going to my website. Part of the reason I'm doing this campaign the way I am is very fiscally conservative. I don't want to spend as much money as those guys are. It shouldn't be about who's got the most money. It should be about who's got the best message. Now, how do you get that message out? Certainly signs help, news coverage, being able to run some commercials and that sort. But I found the biggest success we've had has been with word of mouth. Just having one guy talk to 10 guys, and each of those guys talk to 10 guys and spread the word.
It would be a dramatic upset if you were to be able to be successful in November. How can you convince me, other than showing me a poll that shows you ahead, that you realistically have a shot on November 2nd?
Well, we've run the numbers, and you probably already know this, but 65% of the voters in this district are conservative/Republican. It's been gerrymandered to be that way. So even if Mr. Cantor and I split the vote right down the middle, the Democrat still doesn't have enough to win. So the race comes down to me and Cantor. So then it comes down to, do you want a Republican or do you want a conservative? And Mr. Cantor is not a conservative.
Now, I guess this isn't the case so much in your case, but in other Tea Party races, the Tea Party insurgent has the opportunity to actually put the Democrat into office. Do you think that's an appropriate way for the Tea Party to be acting in different places around the country where they could theoretically put a Democrat into an office?
Well, in some districts that may be the case. Again, here in the 7th it's not, and we've run the numbers that can prove that. But I think both parties need to be challenged. They need a wake-up call. They're not listening. They're more interested in what the party hierarchy wants than they are in what the people want. They're more interested in advancing their own personal career than they are in adhering to the Constitution. So, yeah, if that's what it takes is a slap upside the head by letting the Democrat get in office, then so be it.
All right. Floyd Bayne, we'll have to see how you do on election night. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it.
All right. And the Democrat in this race, Rick Waugh, has already appeared on First at 4. You can see his interview and all of our interviews on my political blog, DecisionVirginia.com. The incumbent, Eric Cantor, will join me live on November 1st.